There it is. Awesome. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Today's going to be an interesting one because I might be coming away with something that I've been looking for a very long time. And you all saw the title. You know what we're going for. Yesterday when I was at Gamestop returning the extra copy of Digimon Survive the Gamestop sent me. By the way, thanks Gamestop for the extra $60. Inside the Gamestop, they happen to have a refurbished PS5, which was priced under retail. Now granted, it is refurbished, but the fact that they had one in stock for under retail was very enticing. Of course, I didn't get paid until today. So I asked the manager, hey, is there any way, because I go there all the time, is there any way you could put one on hold? Because apparently they have 3. And she said yes. So there's a PS5 on hold for me at GameStop. So the goal of today's game hunting adventure is to find as many things as we can that I can trade into GameStop for a profit to help me pay off this PS5. That's the goal. And hopefully, if all goes well, by the end of this gaming hunting adventure, I will be coming away with not brand new, but a PS5. So the plan is we're going to go to most of the big pawn shops I typically go to. And then I will also take a look at my own collection to see if I can find some high value stuff that I can trade in to help ease the burden a little bit, because I'd rather not pay for it out all at once. So here's the bus. Let's get to it. Stop number 1 is Value Pawn. I scored here a few weeks ago for the first time in a very long time. Can I do it again? Let's hope so. I look at a couple games.
Okay.
Sonic Forces. That one. What is the one that's supposed to be in that Switch? There's like an empty one, yeah. I'm assuming it's in there. Yeah. Just curious what it is.
Party Arcade.
Party Arcade? Okay, cool. And then for PS5 or PS4, can I look at Jump Force and Red Dead Redemption 2?
This one is actually
World War Z? Okay.
Yeah, I have to change that one. I remember from yesterday. What other one?
Red Dead Redemption 2, and then I guess whatever that blank case is too. I'm just curious what that is. Oh, that's Rush of Blood. Okay.
Rush of Blood, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Let me look at this one. Okay. Gotcha. Right, I'll pass on that. I'll get that though.
This?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it today. Alright, well, kind of a bust in terms of our goal today, but I got a game, so we'll talk about that in a sec. Alright, so I just finished up my breakfast at McDonald's, and I only picked up one game from Value Pawn. There were 2 I was tempted to grab. One was Jump Force, which was worth about $8.80 in trade-in. The other, it was, of course, Red Dead Redemption 2. Problem was, Jump Force was actually World War Z, and Red Dead only had 1 disc. So I only got 1 game, this one's for the collection. Sonic Forces on the Switch. It was $10. That's a pretty good price for that game. I've wanted to add it to the collection for a while, but can never find it for a good price. So figured I'd do it for 10, especially on the Switch. I think that's a solid deal. So yeah, nothing for the challenge, but got another game. You know what time it is. Let's head into Cash America. see if I can pick up some good games to trade in Gamestop to get that PS5 and maybe some other stuff too. Let's head in. Well, I am here to pick up a layaway that I have. There it is. Awesome. I also wanted to ask, last week when I was here, one of the managers brought out a couple NESs, the old Nintendos that were broken. I think they were asking for 20. I wanted to see if there's any way I could do one for like 15.
You would sell those?
Oh, they're gone? You sold them? Okay, cool. Just wanted to check. Okay, cool. Cool. Figured I'd ask. Alright. Well, I guess, yeah, I'll wait, I guess, in case it's there for some reason. Yeah, gone. Alright, man. Well, I'll take it easy. Well, not the biggest haul, but I got this bad boy. I'll talk about that in a sec. Sadly, Cash America did not come through this time. They did not get any new games. The only thing I picked up was the Vita that I talked about last week, and I'll go into more detail on that later on. But yeah, nothing there, so on to the next. I always check here even though I never score. Will today be the day that things turn around? Let's find out. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, nothing really there. Doubt there's anything new here. This might be worth it if I can get it for a good price. Alright, we're gonna try for this again. Maybe I'll get lucky this time. Oh. See something I might be interested in there. What's up? Want to see how much y'all were asking for that. And then there's a game in the case. That one over there, I wanted to see how much it was. It's covered up, so I can't see it.
1075.
Is that best you can do? I can do 10 flat. Okay. I appreciate it. And then could I see how much one of the games is in that case, real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, finally. The one at the bottom. How much is it? 30?
Yeah.
Because it's been there a while, could you knock like a couple bucks off of that? Like 28?
I can do 10%.
That's fine.
Okay.
Then after we're done with that, I wanted to see if y'all were interested in a laptop, possibly. I asked forever ago if I could buy some of the games that don't have cases, but I don't think they said they had to do some kind of like audit to make sure, I'm sure that hasn't been done, correct?
I don't really know, man. 'Cause
Okay.
right now, this whole store is being rearranged. As you probably noticed, none of us are basically really from this store.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Be safe.
Yeah, I'll just pop that in there. That works. All right, so 28. Cool. Uh-huh.
Let me do it. Let me give you the price, and then...
Gotcha.
That way.
I will get it ready in case.
So I'll be out $25 for it.
That is completely fine with me.
So $4.
Hold on. Awesome. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thanks. Well, if you're not counting the Vita that I already locked in, that was the best score of the day. We'll talk about it more when I get to the bench. Okay, so those were two interesting stops. So first off, went to Cash America. They had nothing, as you saw, and sorry I had to mute the audio for most of that, but they were just blasting loud copyrighted music. So because of the new location of where their games are located, I'm more than likely going to have to mute most of the clips in there if they're blasting music. So I didn't get anything, but I did pick up the thing I put on layaway last week, and I'm very happy with this purchase because I have a feeling, as long as it works, which even if it doesn't, I do have a warranty so I can get it returned, but if it works and it works great, this is an absolute steal. A white PlayStation Vita. So this is the original model PS Vita with the OLED screen. I thought it was a Slim originally, but no, this is an original Vita in white. I believe it's the Assassin's Creed bundle, because I believe that's the only white original Vita that was released in the US. And actually, I haven't checked to see if it's got anything in it, so I'm going to double check. No game. Does it have a memory stick? No. So it has nothing in it. It has no game, no memory stick. That's okay, though. I'll make do. In fact, I might even have a Vita memory stick somewhere around my apartment. I'll have to look. But I got a Vita. Pretty excited to add it to the collection. I'll need to get some parts for it, but no, that's completely fine, especially for only $100 for a Vita in that good condition. I'm going to test it when I get home just to make sure everything works. And then, yes, I did finally score at that second value pawn. I've scored at both value pawns today, which is kind of crazy. First one was just for a game for my collection, but this time I actually got a few different scores. So the first one, and this is a game that I looked at last week and tried to pick up. They originally quoted me 12, which is about what I could get in trade-in last week, so I turned them down. This week, they originally asked for $10.75. I asked if they could go down to 10, and they said yes. It's not a huge profit, but it's a profit. The Sims 4 bundle with Island Living on the Xbox One, so this is worth about $12 in trade-in at GameStop, so not a ton, but hey, a little bit is a little bit. The bigger one, and I noticed this when I was walking around checking the cases, I saw the game in there, but I couldn't see the price. So I asked, and the price they were asking was about what it goes for in trade-in. But it had been there over a month. Some pawn shops list when a game came in, or when a product came in. If it has that listed and it's been there a while, definitely ask for a discount. Because oftentimes, if it's been sitting over a month, they want to get rid of it at that point. So I did. I got a 10% discount, and I'm pretty happy with it. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate on the Switch. So they originally wanted $30. I got it for $27, and I can trade it into GameStop for $33. So pretty happy with those scores. Definitely got some decent stuff. The biggest one, the one I'm probably the happiest about, I sold the laptop. So my main concern with that laptop was the fact that some of the keys don't type. Okay? And I found that out when I was testing the laptop. But I was able to get it set up using a USB keyboard. So I did that. I made sure to set a password and a username that did not involve any of the keys I knew didn't work. I went in. I showed them the computer worked perfectly fine. Sold it to them for $25. So that's $25 more towards the PS5 fund. So all in all, I did pretty well. I got basically $70 towards the PS5, maybe more if I have a trick that works. And I only paid $38. Not bad at all. So now I'm going to go to La Familia. I might go to Simple Pawn after, depending on how we do in La Familia. And then I'm gonna head back home, where I'm gonna assemble some stuff from my own collection that I can trade towards PS5. We'll see if we can come away with it today. Next pawn shop is La Familia. Every now and again I score in here, but we'll have to see what they got and what kinds of deal I can get. So let's head in, see what they got today. Thank you. How are you? Yep, just want to look at a few games. Yeah, if I could take a look. Awesome. Let's see what's back here. This side real quick.
Especialmente en el verano, puedes disfrutar de un clima bonito. Tu modelo es la cerveza que te espera para esos momentos. Tu modelo, elaborada para aquellos con un espíritu luchador. Una responsabilidad se desembarca para llegar de nuevo.
Sí, todo lo pagó. Lo imprime el ticket aquí.
I think I'm okay for now. Thank you, though. I appreciate it, though.
We have a Nintendo Gamestop over there.
Oh yeah,
You can see?
I think I saw those before, but I'll take a look. I'll take a look. Yeah,
Okay.
might as well. Darksiders and
Hello.
Dragon Ball. Okay. Okay. I'll get those two.
Okay. PC personal forgiven.
Perfect. Thank you.
42.
Okay. That's why I keep coming back. Y'all keep taking care of me. So
Okay, thank you.
awesome.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. You too. Well, I did score, as you saw. The game hunt cam actually died while I was in there, so I couldn't record me walking out and whatnot. But I did pick up 2 games, one of which I'm keeping to add to my collection, and one of which I'm going to be trading in. And I think I did okay on that. It's not the biggest margin, but it's still free margin, and hopefully it'll be more if my trick works out. So first off, we have Super Street Fighter, the 30th anniversary collection on the Switch. I didn't have this game. I've always kind of wanted it because I enjoy some good fighting games. So now I have a whole bunch of Street Fighter games on the Switch. Both of these games were about $19.50. Originally they wanted $23 a piece. I got them down to $19.50, so pretty happy with that. And then the other one is Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Switch. This one trades in for about $22, give or take, before any extra bonuses. So if I can get an extra bonus, this one will be worth a decent amount. So at least I'm getting $2, not a little bit more. So, hey, got to do what you got to do. And I think got a little bit of extra credit there. So I might check out one more place and then head home and try to compile what I'm going to be trading in. Okay, so I'm back at my place and I'm putting together my trade package that I'm going to attempt to use to get the PS5. And I think I found a good package. So in addition to the 3 games I already have to trade in, I'm going to trade in these from my collection. And all of these, the main reason why I'm trading them is either A, I didn't pay much for them, B, they're not something I need to play immediately, and C, they're worth a good amount of trading credit. Not pictured are my second Switch Pro controller, which I know I got that for a really good deal. I'm trading it in just because, again, this is towards a PS5. And I haven't needed to use a second Switch Pro controller once yet. So it's not something I absolutely have to have. It's a nice thing to have, and I'm sure I'll find another one. But right now, I think it's more important to get this PS5. And then the other one, just because I don't want to pull it out of the massive stack behind me yet, I will before I leave though, is Team Sonic Racing on the Switch. So that's going to be included in this package. Here's what we got. Forza Motorsport 3, it's worth $5. More than I thought it would be, and I didn't pay much for it at all. Forza Motorsport 4, also worth $5. Elix, for some reason this game really went up in value. At Gamestop, it's worth like $9 in trade-in. So I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I haven't played it and I've had it for a long time. To go with it, and I know I just got this, but I paid $20 for it, and I can get more trading it in. And again, PS5, Helix 2. And then Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2. I didn't pay much for this when I got it, and it's worth like $15 in trade-in. So what I'm going to attempt to do is bring all of that into GameStop, and then I want to try to essentially do a little bit of a sly move, but I think it's a good move. Basically, I want to buy one of the games that gives me an extra 30%. Then I'm going to return that game and use all the credit to pick up the PS5. That's the goal. So if I did my math correctly, I should be getting just over $200 for the games I just showed, plus that controller. That's really good. I mean, that's almost half of the PS5 in trading credit. So I'm going to do that. That means I should be able to pick up the PS5 for around $300, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, depending on if they force me to do a bundle. I'm hoping they don't, but we'll see. So that's the goal. So now I'm going to head to GameStop, and we can see if we can pull this off and come home with the PS5. Let's do it. By the way, while I was at home, I figured I would test out the Vita, and sure enough, it powers on and looks great. So I just reset it and added my account to it. So yeah, I have it appears to be a completely functional and really nice condition PlayStation Vita. So pretty happy to add that to my collection for $100. Very, very solid. But now we have a different white PlayStation console that we need to go pick up. So let's do that. All right, it is once again time to do a recap of what I picked up in this week's episode. And there's not a whole lot. I think that gives you a hint of what happens next, but you'll have to tune in next week to see everything that transpired after I went game hunting and went to GameStop. So stay tuned till next week. You'll get an idea of what happened. But I still do have a few games that I have kept from my game hunting adventures, as well as a console. So I wanted to show all of that off. So first thing, of course, is Sonic Forces on the Switch. This is a game I've wanted to play for a while. I know it doesn't have exactly a great reputation. It kind of looks fun, and you get to create your own custom Sonic character. So I'm like, you know what? I think it'd be worthwhile. It's also rare that you find Switch games for low prices. Usually pawn shops will price them at like 20 plus. This one was they were only asking for $10. So obviously this was a must grab for me, because why would I pass up a Switch game that I've wanted for a while for $10? That's a solid deal. And I think the Switch is probably one of the better places to play Sonic Forces. So I picked this up for $10 and it's worth $12. So it's not worth a ton, but hey, still got it, and it's a nice addition to the collection. The other game that I kept is another Switch game, and that is the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection on the Switch. This is a collection of 12 different Street Fighter games that are all playable on the Switch. Again, I've seen this out for a while. I've been interested if I could find it for cheap enough, and I think paying under 20 for this is probably worth it, because most places you're not going to see it under 20. It probably wasn't the greatest price. Like, if I waited, I probably could have got it for a little bit cheaper, but at the same time, it's a Switch game I wanted, and I figured might as well, especially because I was trying to get the best deal possible for the other stuff that I picked up from La Familia. So I paid $19.50 for this, and it's only worth $16, so it's a little bit of a loss, but hey, I'm adding it to the collection, pretty happy to add it. And then of course, the big score from this week that wasn't stuff for trade-in was the PlayStation Vita. It's beautiful. I cleaned up the screen recently and charged it up. You saw the footage of me getting it set. It works great. So I'm very happy to add this to the collection. And I was corrected, this is actually a little bit more of an uncommon model because this is the OLED model, but it's a white one. I believe this only came out with the Assassin's Creed 3 bundle, so this is a little less common PlayStation Vita model, which is kind of cool that I now have one in my collection. But anyway, I paid $100 for this, and that was a really good price because it's actually worth 167 loose. So I knew as soon as I saw it that this was a great price for a Vita, especially one in this condition. So I'm glad I snagged it. It's great. And now I have a working PS Vita. Now I just need to get some PS Vita games, because right now I only have some digital ones that I got off PS Plus and a few that included cross-buy back in the PS3 early PS4 days. So I definitely need to get some physical PS Vita games, but I have a working Vita. That's half the battle. And that's it. So not a whole lot of keepers for this episode. However, next episode is the one you're probably going to want to check out because we did some big stuff. So be sure to check that out. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. And I will see you next week on the Bargain Game Hunter. Bye-bye.